Welcome back, everyone on YouTube. I'm back here at Yestercade in Red Bank, New Jersey. They've updated it a bit more. They have some perfectly new old school video games, so I'd like to show you. I'll make this a quickie since this is going to be a bit of a rush, but whatever. First thing is, of course, they have Frogger. And they got Donkey Kong. Right there, then there's something here they call the APB. It's a bit of a rough game, if I remember correctly. You can see. Yeah, it seemed a little bad on some occasions. Not easy, actually. Whatever. We got Bubble Bob, Bubble. We got Double Dragon. Now we have Berserk. And down here is Crazy Climber. Don't ever see much of, but let's see what this can do. Yeah, this is the most complicated game out there. Wow, that's a little weird, if I do say so myself. Let's take a look what else they have. They got Joust. And then they got Defender, which is the most difficult game imaginable. And there's Gauntlet. Next up is Donkey Kong Jr. Then we have the classic Miss Pac-Man. Track and Field. Root Beer Tapper. And there is Tron, which I've always enjoyed. Let's give it a go, shall we? Too easy. Next one is Asteroids Centipede. And then we got Mario Brothers. Got a little Who's hockey. And air hockey next to it. Now this is interesting. They finally got Fix-It Felix Jr. It's about damn time too. The only place I always find it is in the Knuckles arcade in Livingston. And to be honest, it's the only actual arcade that isn't involving Disney. Because in Disney's Quest, if once I update sooner or later, they always have that thing. Whatever, it's good to have it here. I'm proud that it's based around Yestercade, so it's a perfect opportunity. Next is Dig Dog.
There's a limit over there.
Arkanoid. And here's Paperboy, a really good classic. Versus Duck Hunt, based on the classic Duck Hunt video game. Tetris. Galaga. And Burger Time. And of course, they have all the other classic video games here. We have got people playing one of the Rock Band series, and right next to it is people playing Smash Brothers Brawl. Moving on ahead, we've got other games here for you to play. Of course, they got plenty of Mortal Kombat. This one's Mortal Kombat 2. Here's Nintendo's Play Choice, which is a wide variety of Nintendo games in an arcade cabinet. Pretty cool. Then there's Super Pac-Man. A good game. I always one of those Pac-Man too. That's really good. And my own personal favorite Killjoy of all time, Area 51. Of course, a single one. Most of the times I always have a double with maximum force. And then we have the original Pac-Man game. And down there is going to be a nice cold beer, one of those the palooka machines where you have to pick up a little hit. Kind of weird. But they also have like other stuff here. Of course, they have that Atari TV with classic TV right here that has both the Atari and ColecoVision video game system. Huh, never heard of that. Whatever. And we got lots of games. This one, a console. This one is playing Minecraft. I rarely play, but whatever. They have an available NBA Jam. And this one here, Sega Turbo, which I tried recently and I find that quite difficult to get through with. But at least we got a third ranking, so how can I complain? Then we have two Screen of Punch Out. And here's Beacon Forcer.
Reloading shoots out, I know.
And then there's WWF Retro Fest. We can't have a game. We can't have arcade without a couple of classic WWE games or classic plays. Next up, Simpsons. And the ever old school Space Invaders with the artistic backdrop. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. And the ever great Rampage. Classic arcade anyways. Then there's Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. The table cabinet, cocktail actually of Cuberts. And here's Pole Position from Atari. And there's Marvel Madness. One of the typical games of all. One first level of the Police Trainer. Millipede. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which they're going to do an actual reboot of a movie, which I find a little hesitant to watch because, well, let's face it, reboots, even if it's involving Michael Bay, it's going to be a bit of an issue no matter what you do, because you never beat the original movie, with the exception of the third Ninja Turtles movie, because that doesn't make sense. There we got Off-Road. And right down there is Elevator Action, which is out of order at the moment, which of course has that classic out of order sign from the Wreck-It Ralph movie. I think that's the perfect thing. Use the Wreck-It Ralph out of order sign to make it look cool. that screams old school right there. Then we got Mr. Dool's Castle. Tekken 3. And then here's Tempest, which was actually in a YouTube video I put up in the MoMA Museum where they have all the galleries of good old classic arcade games. Pretty cool. And then here is another Space Invaders. This one's a two-play cabinet. Also cocktail. Missile Command. And down over here is Contra, which is an incredibly awesome video game once you get the hang of it. I played it. I like to play it on a couple occasions, and you never get tired of being a macho machismo shoot 'em up, which is actually an inspiration for that new game that came out in Steam. That involves what was that name again? Of course, the name is like Brother Action or something like that. Based around you shoot around bad guys with a variety of action heroes from the past. Like every single movie, straight up either from Rambo, Blade, anything from Chuck Norris, Men in Black, just about anything. I mean, it's something really, really enjoyable. I'm gonna have to give you a good YouTube set of that sooner or later. Now this one is another good one, Virtual Cop 2. Now Virtual Cop is actually a shooter, but in perspective. You can see here, you see the enemies, but there's always a little warning trigger if they're gonna fire. So once it reaches red, you're as good as dead. And believe me, it gives you ample warning on when they're gonna start shooting. And I gotta say, this is quite a unique experience. Sega sort of did this thing with confidential file, but that game's pretty much cop out, and that never beats the Virtual Cop games at all. So we got Spy Hunter. And Royal Overtron 2084. We're on to the next skill. Right down there is Galaxian, or is it the original cabinet? But this one's pretty good too. This one's Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Now basically this is a video arcade cabinet based around the biggest superstar of all time, Michael Jackson. Now believe it or not, they had like an NES video game that's very impressive. But from what the video game nerds, angry video game nerds say, it wasn't anywhere close to fun in the NES version. Trust me, I've seen this a lot of times, so it's obvious that no one enjoyed playing it. But anyways, the arcade's pretty damn good. Straight up scrolling shooter, so it's very cool. And believe it or not, I beat this game today. Made it up to first place as well. Strong recommendation if you guys are interested in playing that game. Then we have Die Hard Arcade, which I begin to wonder why they even still have it. It doesn't look like as a good experience, or whatever. Pretty sure they have their reasons. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And here's Rare's Killer Instinct video game. Basically Mortal Kombat if it's done crappy. I think they have another Killer Instinct coming out on Xbox One. Well, as much as they bring it back, I don't know if anyone would remember something like that. But whatever, it's alright. Then we got Sinistar. Just a lot of titles right here. Kind of straight up Asteroids type feel too, so let's get familiar with the game. So we got Time Pilot. And then we got Mario Brothers. Now in here they're doing like a room for a party. looks like it's empty now, so I'll make this quick and show you the rest of these games. Right here is Hyper Sports. So it's basically Olympics, but looks pretty shitty on some occasions. I don't know why. Then we got Revolution X, starring Aerosmith. And then we have World Series, one of those baseball type of games. Looks like it came from straight up the early 2000s. Sort of like this next one right here, Golden Tee 2005. Why did they put up 2000 games? I don't understand. Normally these games are based around 70s, 80s, and 90s. I kind of like it like that. And then next to that is World Class Bowling. And here's Neogeo, which has like Magician Lord, Bust the Moves, Metal Slug, and what is that? King of Fighters? Yeah. And here's Bad Dudes from Data East. Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja, which is actually even weirder. Basically Double Dragons if it's done one way or the other. Battling a lot of ninjas is kind of a unique and impressive field, but whatever, it's all good. Next to that, now we're going down to here. This is Carnival, one of those types of shooting gallery video games. Then we have Gorge. Rolling Thunder. Final Fight. Xavius. Atari. Zaxxon. Hard Driving. And then here's Moon Patrol.
No way, man. Not it. I think the reason I got all these guys and wait for it is because I don't really want to be.
Now we go into the final thing, which is the pinballs. Of course, they still have Adam Family pinball machine. And then the X-Files. Mara Hari, Kumbali. And they got the Metallica pinball machine, which is kind of strange because the old school arcades have the Metallica, musical Metallica. Gotta say, that's quite an interesting feat, if you do say so myself. Have Metallica in the mix, because Metallica is old school metal. And then we have Space Invaders, which has like a terrible alien wannabe right down there. But this pinball is pretty damn wide. I don't understand why people want to touch that game. And then there is my own personal favorite, the Twilight Zone. And here's Diner. Cyclone. And a good personal favorite of Super Mario Brothers pinball machine. The big version, there's a little version around here, but we'll get to that some other time. Demolition Man. Bugs Bunny's birthday ball, based on Looney Tunes characters, and of course Bugs Bunny. And this is kind of a unique arcade pinball machine because it's got like a lot of ramps and a lot of stuff here. But going down there, there's like a little deep pit right down there. I don't know if it goes anywhere, actually, but it's kind of a unique experience. I gotta try that out sometime. And why not? A classic Back to the Future pinball machine. Now that's pinball at its finest. This is way... You kind of miss the good old-fashioned Back to the Future stuff. Kind of gets you worried about what happens when they bring it back as a reboot. Then next to that's Baywatch, which you got on set with a big ass digital screen. Let me show you the bottom of Back to the Future just in case. Good old-fashioned Sopranos. Terror 2 Judgment Day. Again, they bring in Terminator like that of the arcade, but of course that too is also not working, as you see by that sign. Never get tired of that sign. Monopoly. Last but not least, Cruising World. So that about wraps it up for the arcade. I gotta say, every time we go in there, it's always new. But I always come here every year, so it's obvious that they always do some things new and something done. I also even like the old school movie posters they got around here. Some of the great classics. And of course that Pac-Man up there is pretty cool. But all in all, I say this is a pretty fun experience. I hope everyone would enjoy this movie. If you guys are interested in coming here, if you're in the New Jersey area, I say go online, go to Rambank, and you might like what you see. So that's it for the video. I hope you all like it. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you around.